Understanding the Self, a guide to Jiva, Anatma, and the light of Atma One. Introduction. The search for I welcome seeker to the most vital inquiry a human being can undertake. At some point, the mind naturally turns inward to ask, who am I? While we commonly answer with a name, a profession, or a social role, the ancient wisdom of Vedanta reveals that these are merely temporary masks. To begin, we must understand the jiva, the individual personality we typically identify as myself. Our current confusion regarding our identity arises from agnana, ignorance, which leads to a psychological phenomenon called adhyasa. Imagine walking in the dim light of dusk and suddenly seeing a coiled snake on the path. You feel immediate terror. Your heart races. However, when a lamp is brought, you see there is no snake, only a rope. The fear was real, but its cause was an illusion. You superimposed adhyasa, a limited, frightening snake, onto the reality of the rope. In the same way, we superimpose a limited, suffering jiva onto our true, unlimited nature. To dispel this illusion, we must systematically analyze the components of our existence, distinguishing the snake of our temporary identity from the rope of our eternal self. 2. The equation of existence. Atma versus Anatma. The Shastras, Holy Scriptures, teach us that the jiva is not a single entity, but a combination of two distinct factors. The formula of the self, Atma. This is the Chaitanya, conscious factor. It is the absolute reality, the independent source of life and awareness. Anatma. This is the Jaitam, non-conscious, inert factor. It encompasses everything that is not the Atma, including your body, your thoughts, and your environment. Anatma is merely the expression through which the self interacts with the world. Comparison of Atma and Anatma feature. Atma, the true self. Anatma, the not-self consciousness. Chaitanya, source of light. Jatam, inert. Matter, reality. Paramarthika, satya, absolute. Vyavaharika satya, dependent permanence eternal. Unchanging, transient, subject to decay, relationship independent, dependent on Atma for existence. To find the Atma, we must peel back the 11 layers of Anatma that currently obscure our vision. 3. The three bodies, Sharira Traya. The first category of Anatma consists of the three nested bodies that house our worldly experiences. 1. Stula Sharira, gross body. This is the physical frame made of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. It is formed through panchikarana, a process where the 5 subtle elements divide and blend 50% of the home element mixed with 12.5% of the other 4 to create gross matter. Its purpose is to experience pleasure and pain, and it undergoes 6 changes: existence in the womb, birth, growth, modification, aging, and death. 2. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, the energy system that constitutes our internal machinery. It consists of 19 forms, 5 Gnanendriyas, senses of perception, hearing, touch, sight, taste, and smell. 5 Karmendriyas, organs of action, speech, handling, hands, locomotion, legs, excretion, and reproduction. Pranas, Vide pranas, diskind, prana, prana, diskinds, apana, tiskinds, inhaling, vina, circulation, samana, digestion, and udana reversal. Separation at death. 4. Antahkaranas, internal instruments, manas, emotional mind, doubt, buddhi, intellect, decision, chitta, memory, impressions, and ahankara, ego, identification. 3. Karana Sharira, causal body, the seed form of the other 2 bodies. It is described as anadi, beginningless, and consists of avidya, individual ignorance. This is the state where the bodies dissolve into potential during deep sleep, laya. While the individual causal body is avidya, the cosmic equivalent is maya. The presiding deities, Adi Devatas, Each component of the subtle body is governed by a divine aspect: perception, digdevata, hearing, vayu, touch, surya, sight, varuna, taste, ashwini devas, smell, action, agni, speech, indra, hands, vishnu, legs, yamadharma, excretion, prajapati, reproduction, mind, moon, manas, brahma, buddhi, vishnu, chitta, rudra, ahankara. 4. The 5 sheaths, pancha kosha. The 5 koshas act as covers that conceal the Atma, similar to how a casing conceals a sword. Kosha, name English translation associated body predominant experience, function, Annamaya food sheath, gross body, physical appearance, and anatomy. Pranamaya vital air sheath. Subtle body. Physiological functions, hunger and action. Manomaya mind sheath, subtle body emotions, doubts and sensory processing. Vijnanamaya intellect sheath, subtle body, knowing, judging and deciding. Anandamaya bliss sheath, causal body, peace and ignorance during sleep. The so what, why this matters. Over-identifying with these sheaths causes specific suffering. If you are stuck in the pranamaya kosha, you become slave to sensory cravings keen on delicious food. If you identify with the manomaya kosha, you are tossed by the waves of anger, grudges and grief. Recognizing these as mere sheaths allows you to remain the undisturbed observer. 5. The 3 states of experience, avastha traya. The jiva cycles through 3 states daily, showing that our temporary identities are fluid. Jagrat, waking. You contact the world through outward senses. The experiencer is Vishvan, Svapna, dream. You experience internal scenes through Tehas, the light of the mind. The experiencer is Taijasan, Sushupti, deep sleep, dreamless sleep where you experience a peaceful ignorance called Nidra Vritti, sleep thought pattern. The experiencer is Prajnan. While these 3 states change, the Atma is the 4th, the Nitya Sakshi, eternal witness that persists through all changes. 6. Realizing the true self, Sat Chit Ananda. Having deconstructed the 11 aspects of an Atma, we find the Atma. It is defined by 3 technical characteristics: Sat, existence, the eternal, existential reality. It is the only thing that is remaining even when the body and mind dissolve. Chit awareness, the knowing capacity. Chaitanya. It is the light that allows for knowledge. Technically, it is the awareness that remains even when there is nothing to be known. Ananda, bliss, infinite. This is not a feeling of happiness, but is synonymous with ananta, infinitude. It is a state of wholeness and harmony that is undefined by the boundaries of time and space. The Atma is not a new thing to be gained. It is your natural state. Enlightenment is simply the destruction of the ignorance that obscures this light. 7. Conclusion. From bondage to liberation. The shift from samsara, the misery of identifying as anatma, to mukti, liberation, requires a shift in how we interpret language. Vakyartha versus Lakshyartha. To understand the great Vedantic statement, I am Brahman, we must distinguish between Vakyartha, direct meaning, the literal meaning. If I say India won the match, the literal meaning is that the landmass of India won, which is impossible. Lakshyartha, implied meaning, the true intent. We mean the players of India won. When we say I am Atma, the Vakyartha, the Jiva, ego cannot be Atma. But the Lakshyartha, the conscious essence behind the ego, is and always has been the Atma. The learner's checklist 1. Shravana, listening to the truth from the Shastras and Guru. 2. Manana, reflecting and clearing doubts e.g. How can I be the witness? 3. Needed hyasana, direct apprehension. The firm conviction that I am the light is your only reality. My dear seeker, do not struggle to become free. Liberation is not a future achievement. It is the innocent, free-flowing nature of your mind that exists right now. You are the Nitya Sakshi, ever present, ever peaceful and ever real.